That. Let's get on to this one right here. Elvis is King. You guys ready?
Yes.
Okay. Elvis is born, but alas, he is born in a humble shack on the wrong side of the railroad tracks. The side where the poorest of the poor people live. Down, down, down in the deep south, Tupelo, Mississippi. Elvis's daddy's arrested. Oh no, he forged a check, which is like stealing money. It's a big no-no. Now he's got to go to jail, leaving Elvis and his mama all alone to fend for themselves for 14 months. Times pretty hard right now for Elvis and his family. Tiny Elvis sings in church because he feels it through and through. Because there ain't nothing better for the soul than singing. Because singing is the reason Elvis was brought into this world. Moving forward in time, country fair talent show. Look at little Elvis up on stage. Shy as he can be, 10 years old. So small he has to stand on a chair to reach the microphone. But when he opens his mouth to sing a tearjerker song about a dog that dies, everybody listens to every word. And when he is done, clapping. And who in Elvis is loved, what a feeling that is. He won 5th prize. Hardware store guitar. That's Elvis's guitar right there. There it is, hanging from a strap behind the counter with pennies she saved, his mama. Mama buys her 11-year-old birthday boy the most important gift he will ever receive. It will be the key to his salvation. Elvis sings in school, and he plays his little guitar too. There he is, all of the time. Sure, it gets him in trouble, but that's nothing compared to the joy it brings him. The moment in the African-American church. From the dusty road, little Elvis hears some gospel singing. He goes to peek in the window, and good Lordy mercy, he ain't never heard nothing that sweet before. The first cheeseburger ever eaten by Elvis. Now we're talking. Here we go. It is the first of many cheeseburgers Elvis will eat. Bought with pennies his mama has saved at the diner in tiny downtown Tupelo, where everybody stares because mama ain't wearing no shoes. And a bunch of people are just talking behind her back. Not very nice. The exit from Tupelo. With all their belongings packed into the rusty 39 Plymouth, Mama, Papa, and 13-year-old Elvis head for the open road to Memphis to start a new life and hopefully a better one. But on their first night there, without enough money to buy even 3 cheeseburgers, they dine on peanut butter and banana sandwiches in the car, which is also where they spend the night. I personally love peanut butter and banana sandwiches on toast. Elvis's first apartment in Memphis, and so it goes. Elvis, Mama, and Papa all cooped up in one dirty room, sharing a bathroom down the hall with their neighbors. It is in a rough part of town. It is what they can only afford. Then we fast forward to Elvis's first job, with a mama who's often sick and a daddy who don't work much. Teenage Elvis is one who makes what little money his family has, working nights as a ticket taker at a movie theater. And so it comes to pass that this poor boy falls asleep in a lot of class. Train coming round the bend. What would you do if you were just a poor country boy in the big city, aching to be something more, craving to be loved, the way a starving dog craves food? What crazy plans might you concoct, lying in bed at night, listening to the freight trains passing by? Shazam! A blonde boy turns into a black-haired teenager. You got his hair. With the help of some hair dye and hair wax, teenage Elvis changes himself into something that turns people's heads. The green pants, the pink shirts, the checkered jackets, all bought at a secondhand store. It all adds up to, look at me. Then there was the high school talent show. Weird teenage Elvis with his crazy hair and crazy clothes and dirt poor country boy shyness walks on stage with his guitar, then knocks him dead with his song. Something happens, something big. When he's up there, he's no longer shy. He can be whatever he wants to be. Let loose, go crazy. He feels loved, and boy, does that feel good. The first love of Elvis. Her name is Dixie Locks. And just the sight of her helps tongue-tied teenage Elvis relax and be himself and talk and talk and talk and talk and want to be with her forever and ever. Then there was Beale Street Blues. Recent high school graduate Elvis strolling in and strolling out of every music club he passes, listening to the blues, feeling the blues, getting ideas for some blues he'd like to sing. Elvis publicly declares his mission in life. Driving down the street, he screeches to a halt, jumps out of the car and yells, "I'm gonna be the biggest star in the world." Do you think he was right?
Yeah.
I think so too. The first record. As a present for his mama, perfect son Elvis goes downtown to a place called Sun Studios, where you can record yourself singing. It also makes real records of big-time singers. And Sly Elvis knows all about this. The owner asks him who he sounds like. "I don't sound like nobody," he says, and pays her $3.98 to record a song called My Happiness. This is the first song recorded by Elvis, though no one hears it but a couple of people. The call, the phone call from the record company. When tired Elvis gets home from his day job driving a truck, his mama tells him he got a call. On the neighbor's phone, of course, because they can't afford one. It was from Sun Records. They want Elvis to make a real record. That would be for sale. Overjoyed, Elvis jumps up and down and walks on the ceiling and then flies. He's a happy guy. Elvis tries to make a real record, but he's just sitting in this chair, not moving, not excited, no feeling in his voice. The recording guy just shakes his head. Elvis tries to make a real record, take two. So, Elvis and the other musicians are goofing off during a break, having fun with a popular blues song called That's All Right. Elvis is standing up now and shaking his hips and doing these crazy moves with his knees and making his voice all wobbly. The recording guy perks up. Let's record that. That sounded pretty good to him. First Elvis song ever is played on the radio. But Elvis is nowhere to be seen. He's hiding out in a movie theater. He's scared. What if people hate his song? What if it's a flop? First Elvis song ever is played on the radio, take two. Meanwhile, while Elvis is hiding in the dark, teenagers are calling the radio station like crazy. 5,000 requests for That's All Right. The song is played 15 times in one night. People are losing their minds over some person named Elvis. Something big is happening here. The first time the world gets to see the brand new Elvis. It's just a couple weeks later. He's so nervous. He cannot stop shaking. Even when he walks out on stage, even when he starts to sing. But that shaking starts an avalanche of screaming in a good way. And so it begins. Brand new Elvis now knows what to do on stage. And he will never forget. It is a thing to behold. The 147th cheeseburger eaten by Elvis. Boy, does that taste good. Big and juicy, ketchup and mustard oozing out of it, and the best spice of all, success. Girls come up to him, batting their starstruck eyes, itching to get up close. And then there was the first heartbreak of Elvis. Good-looking heartthrob Elvis, surrounded by girls traveling around, is drifting apart from his one true love, his little darling Dixie Lock. And then it is over. He will never love like that again. Love-worn Elvis is a heartbroken mess. Now he's got something to sing about. It is a blessing in disguise. Heartbreak Hotel. Unknown outside of Memphis, Elvis records a song about a sad hotel that rises to #1 on the pop charts. #1. All over America, people buy his record. Elvis is rich. Elvis is loved. But the words to his song are, I'm so lonely, I get so lonely, I could die. Arrival of the screaming teenage girls. Something about the way he swivels his hips and wiggles his knees and curls his upper lip and shakes his voice and seems to be in love with each and every person in the audience drives girls out of their minds. They ain't never seen nothing like this before. No one has. What is this crazy music anyway? It is country? Is it country music? Sort of, but it's got too much of a beat. Is it rhythm and blues? Yep, a little bit. It's blues. It's the music Elvis heard in the African American church. It's black music sung by a southern white man. It's more than the sum of its parts. It's rebellious and exciting, and something teenagers dig. It's rock and roll, baby, and Elvis is its king. The biggest star the world has ever known. And that is the story of Elvis, his rise to success. That's a good book.
That's your book. We're giving it to you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you for being here
This is
for our
great.
kids.
I love this book a lot because